If you're looking at the Zillertal Alps, you probably have one specific image in mind: an empty suspension bridge, perfectly framed against the mountains. But pulling off this cross-border day trip from Munich involves a 6 to 10-hour round-trip commitment that rarely appears in the highlight reels. Every successful visit rests on a multivariable logistics problem where your specific timing dictates the outcome of the entire day. Before leaving Munich, you must lock in 3 variables: your travel method, your trailhead arrival time, and your chosen mountain path. These choices create a strict trade-off. You cannot get an empty photo queue while also taking a slow panoramic hike. Arriving late or picking the wrong trail often means being turned away at the valley floor, or spending your afternoon standing in a line of 20 people for a single photo. Success requires you to define exactly why you are going, whether you prioritize the photo or the hike itself, before you choose your route. The first decision is the transit method, and the gap in efficiency between the 2 primary options is massive. Public transit involves a train to Jenbach, a transfer to the Zillertalbahn toward Meyerhoven, and a final bus ride up to the Schlegeis Reservoir. This route costs between 40 and 70 euros and consumes up to 5 hours each way. Fixed bus schedules are the primary drawback, preventing arrival at sunrise or sunset and forcing you onto the trail during peak midday congestion. Driving cuts travel time to 3 hours and is highly cost-effective when shared. You must factor in a 12 euro highway vignette and a 17 euro mountain toll. Skipping the vignette results in a strict 120 euro fine at the border. However, the car route introduces a different constraint: the physical capacity of the reservoir parking lot. During summer months, if you reach the toll gate after 9 a.m., the lot often hits its limit and staff will turn you back immediately. Driving is the only way to control your schedule, but it requires a non-negotiable 5:30 a.m. departure from Munich to guarantee a parking spot. Once you secure your parking spot at the Schlegeis Reservoir, you are standing at an elevation of 1,795 meters, ready to begin the climb. From this point, 3 distinct routes ascend to the hut, each serving a different objective. We can judge these trails by plotting physical effort against the time they take to complete. Route 1 is the direct ascent. It's a steep, rocky climb of 600 meters, taking 90 minutes. This is the fastest way to the bridge to beat the crowds, but the trail itself is heavily trafficked and less scenic than the alternatives. Route 2 is the Neumarkter Runde. This path gains 650 meters over a 3.5-hour panoramic loop. You gain better views of the glaciers, but the extra 2 hours on the trail mean you forfeit early access to the bridge. Route 3 is the Friesenberger House Track. This is a 4.5-hour, 830-meter climb that utilizes a section of the Berliner Hohenweg. This route offers the most solitude, but it ensures you arrive at the Olpererhütte precisely during the peak midday rush. At peak times, expect to wait between 10 and 30 minutes just to step onto the suspension bridge for a photo. Your trail choice effectively dictates your position in the bridge queue. The longer your hike, the more people you will find waiting at the top. To eliminate decision paralysis, align your plan with one of 2 specific traveler profiles. The first profile is the bridge hunter. This traveler is prioritizing the viral, queue-free photograph above all else. Your blueprint requires a 5:30 a.m. car departure from Munich and a direct 90-minute sprint up the mountain. You trade a significant sleep sacrifice and a more immersive hike for ultimate photo exclusivity. The second profile is the alpine purist. This traveler is looking for a world-class hiking day in the Zillertal Alps. You still need to arrive early to secure parking, but you choose the longer Neumarkter or Friesenberg House routes to enjoy the scenery. You get the best hiking experience, but you must emotionally accept a 30-minute line for a photo at the end of your day. Misaligning these profiles is the most common mistake. You cannot take the scenic route and still expect an empty bridge when you arrive. Arriving at the Olpererhütte at 2,389 meters, there are 3 final rules for the mountain. First, the hut is cash only. No cards are accepted for food or drinks, so bring physical euros for your meal. Second, drones are explicitly banned in this area, and the rocky trail demands proper hiking boots. Sneakers won't cut it. Third, alpine weather changes rapidly. Even if it's sunny in Munich, carry layers to handle sudden temperature drops. The Zillertal Alps reward those who prepare. Secure your vignette, bring cash, and choose the route that matches your priorities.